Are you guys interested in a home with an absolutely stunning kitchen and a really well thought out floor plan? And this may be the home for you. Come on, let's go check it out. Today we're in the Two River community in the Wesley Chapel, Zephyr Hills area, looking at some homes by West Bay. And I definitely encourage you to check out the Two Rivers playlist I have, as well as the West Bay playlist. A lot of these West Bay homes have this dramatic entranceway. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really sets the tone for the house. It's a ton of personality and style. So a lot of the homes in the Artisan series have this room in the front. Sometimes you see as like an office. Other times, formal dining. This room is officially labeled a den, but it's super flexible with the space you can use it for. I love the idea of maybe, using it as a den and, greeting somebody you haven't seen in a long time, maybe a best friend from college or something like that, and catching up and reliving those old memories and making new ones. But let me know in the comments what you guys should use the space for. I really love the finishes that West Bay, their designers chose for this home. I have three daughters in this pink room. I think they would love it. It's a ton of personality and style. And if I remember correctly, I think this home has a nice four-way split for the bedrooms. So it's definitely a place where everyone could, have their own space. If you want to meditate or read a book, play on Call of Duty on your phone, you have the space to get away and do that. But there's also plenty of beautiful rooms to come together and, make those family memories as well. So Wesley Chapel, when I first moved here, I moved here, because, starting a family and we needed a house. But there wasn't a lot to do when I was first came. There was a bunch of cow fields and more cow fields. And now there's really a lot. And before, if you wanted good food, my wife and I would drive down to like Heights or something. Now, there's the Crate, which is this outdoor restaurant, or excuse me, outdoor food hall. There's a couple malls, and they're opening up, I think, one of the largest Targets in the world in Wesley Chapel. So it's really become a destination place on its own. I really love this kitchen for a lot of reasons. First and foremost, the storage. There's a massive amount of cabinets as well. Um, there's even cabinetry on the front side of the island, which I think I have a shot at later on, and that's super, super helpful. You can never really have too much storage at home, and you especially need that storage in the kitchen, in my opinion. I also really love the finishes they chose, and this fridge is huge too. But the finishes are super important. I've probably sold a large number of homes with white kitchens, and realistically, I'll sell a lot more in the future. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful look. It's definitely a timeless look. But I love these earthy tones as well. The last thing I really love about this kitchen is there's a space to move around. There's a good triangle. It's space to work without feeling like wasted space. There's nothing worse. Thanksgiving's coming up in a couple days, and we've all been in the kitchen where you gotta like jump over like three people to get like a mixer or something, and that's just challenging. To me, the kitchen's well designed. So I did a home tour of the Key Largo 2 earlier on for this community as well as a couple other ones, and it's a beautiful home. But one complaint I've heard is that the dining area, the breakfast nook, and the gathering room is kind of small. This is obviously in this particular home. The Key West 2 is a much larger dining area. You can put like a big table there and have all the place to gather. And it's nice to kind of have the dining room in the front of the house at times. It creates a nice entranceway when you come in. But also, it's cool to have it next to the kitchen. It's less stuff to haul. I don't know if you guys got a shot of that back room. I didn't spend a lot of time in there, but that's really cool in my opinion. It's definitely a flexible space. This home obviously has a beautiful upstairs loft, and lofts are great. It's nice tucked away, but it's nice to have the room downstairs as well. You can put a pool table in there. You can make it so many different options. So that's the complaint I've heard about West Bay too, is the size of laundry rooms. This home has a large laundry room. It does kind of pass through the garage. I guess in theory you can, throw up a wall and so it doesn't pass through the garage. But this room is massive. You can see all the storage, the cabinetry they have. They even have another storage room inside the laundry room, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's funny the stuff, I must be getting old because I get excited about the storage in places. I love the fact they have the larger washer and dryers. They have these beautiful backsplash. We got the sink in there. And it's nice that the builder, I mean, to me, you spend a lot of time in the lunchroom, you spend a lot of time in the kitchen, and sometimes those are overlooked rooms. And it's nice the builder in this particular home has a lot of thought and detail into those rooms. So one complaint I've heard about, some of the other floor plans is they have a smaller gathering room. And this home in the Key West too is a large gathering room. You saw how big that sectional couch was. And I'm not trying to knock the floor plan or the builder. I think if you live in Indian Home by West Bay, you're extremely blessed. But it's nice too. You can have that bigger sectional couch, plenty of room to spread out. Yeah, and I'm definitely wearing a sweater in this video. We've had like 2 cool days in Florida, and I gotta make the most of it. So no judgment. So I love the tub. It's nice that the head's on the side, so there's really not a bath seat in it. And it's also nice to have a tub shower combo. A lot of times with newer construction homes, you only see a shower, and you got the double head in the shower too, which is cool. Which isn't a bad trend. Some people hate tubs, but for me, it's nice to have the option. And two, sometimes with these showers, they're so massive. I'm like, all right, that's cool, but I mean, realistically, what are you gonna do with like a 8 foot shower? Be a nightmare to clean. So they have the nicer shelving here in the closet, and this closet's massive. A lot of buyers, they get excited about that, and it's a good look. But honestly, you probably save a little money by putting that in yourself, having a handyman do it post closing. Some people, but it depends on the buying experience you want. Some people want to just come in, bring their toothbrush, and have no projects. Other people, they want to save a little bit of money here and there. So it's definitely kind of depends on the experience you're looking for. I think this wallpaper on the ceiling is a great touch. It's kind of funny seeing wallpaper come back, but it does give the room a ton of personality and style. But let me know in the comments, would you put wallpaper in your dream home, or would you just go with regular paint? Love to hear what you guys are doing. So a lot of homes in the Artisan series with West Bay have these nice upstairs lofts, which is a cool feature in my opinion. But if you like this house and the loft's not for you, they make a very similar floor plan, the Key West one, without the loft. But I mean, so many of my buyers have so many different uses for this upstairs space. A lot of people are working from home still, and it's nice to have a quiet place to work where you don't, necessarily hear everything else going on in the house. Or maybe you have like an adult child or, grandma staying with you and you need the extra space, so they get tucked away in privacy. There's a ton of options for using the loft. We have one in my house and my kids use it as a playroom, which is nice because we kind of hide the crazy from the guest. My kids are small now, but I can really see using these upstairs bedrooms, when they get older, when they're teenagers, they can have their own privacy in their own space. They could, listen to music a little bit louder, do what they want, but still be connected to home and in a safe place. So you can tell the size of this room, but it has a decent sized sectional couch. Now, the sectional probably isn't as big as the one downstairs, but it's still a large couch, and the space feels very large to me. So that's the nice thing about West Bay. They're a semi-custom builder, meaning you can make some options, some structural options, and a lot of design options. Obviously, if you want like a third floor, that's probably not going to be in the game. But some stuff you could fine tune toward the way you like. And different communities with West Bay have different build times. But I mean, realistically, I probably estimate, 7 months from when the contract's signed to closing, which isn't bad. I've had other deals take, 2 years for the house to be built, and 7 months is definitely a manageable time. My name is Jeremy Sullivan. If you have questions about this home or anything else, I'd love to be your real estate resource of choice, whether it's today or 10 years down the road. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys.